The American wire-haired cat, a national treasure of the United States, has become the darling of the entire continent. The breed possesses a special dominant gene that determines the skin of a rare type of animal. For all its softness, elasticity, and density, the hairs visually look rough. The effect is explained by the fact that each wool, bending forms a connection with the tips, creates the general impression of a wavy wire. Laying one after the other, the imaginary wire curls create a plush surface similar to scroll. The American wire-haired and short-hair cats are considered to be relatives and were subject to one standard until 1978. Since that moment, recognized by society as an independent creation, wire-haired cats take an equal, legal participation in international exhibitions of the best cat breeds. The origin of the breed. Nobody specifically tried to breed this breed. The genetic mutation happened of its own accord in 1966 on an American's farm near New York. In the litter of one family of American shorthair cats, kittens were born, among which there was one with an unusual tousled coat, reminiscent of terrier hair. The farmer was extremely surprised by this, and he decided to share this news with his neighbor, breeder Joan Osha. She, in turn, bought the kitten for $50 and immediately set to work on breeding. The main goal is to preserve the unique character of the coat. However, the next litter of unusual kittens was born not at all thanks to the selection work of Joan, but thanks to the friendship of her pet with a neighbor's cat. The cat was of the short-haired breed, so one part of the offspring was like her, and the other had wire coats like their father. Thus, it became clear that the mutated gene is dominant and is inherited. So in the world there was a new breed of cats called the American wire-haired. Due to the external similarity with the Cornish and Devonian rex, it was subsequently suggested that they were related. However, studies carried out on this topic did not find their confirmation. And in 1978, this breed was recognized by American felinological organizations and allowed them to take part in exhibitions and receive various awards. Now wire-haired people are recognized by almost all international felinological organizations. They became the property of their country and were loved by many around the world. Breed standard. TICA gives the following descriptions of exemplary representatives of the American shorthair. Head. It is an equilateral modified wedge, the length and width of the muzzle are almost equal to each other. The chin is well developed, almost square. Strong rounded cheeks are more developed in males. The nose is medium or short with a characteristic stop on the bridge of the nose. Eyes. Large, widely spaced, the distance between them is slightly less than the width of one eye. Almost round, slightly elongated towards the outer corners, which are much higher than the inner ones. Any color, light blue, blue, green, orange shades, usually corresponds to the color. Ears. Small in size, delivered straight. Broad at the base, tapering to rounded tips. The distance between them corresponds to 2 lengths of the interocular. Body. Proportion, height at withers, should be less than body length. Cabby type, the muscles of the body and short neck are very well developed. The back is broad and straight. Paws. Medium length, well muscled, slender and straight. The pads are round, large, and strong. Tail. Its length should correspond to the distance of the body from the shoulder blades to the coccyx. Broad at the base, tapering to a blunt tip. Bull. Short, very thick, curly and stiff in appearance, like a wire. Soft and springy to the touch. Each guard hair is bent at the end in the form of a hook or broken. There is a short and dense undercoat with fine hair. On the belly and inner surface of the paws, the hair texture is softer. Mustache and eyebrows, curly or broken. Color. Anyone, there are more than 60. Chocolate, purple, Burmese, cinnamon, fawn, Tonkin and Siamese, color point, are not allowed. The most common are silver tabby or mackerel. Weight. Large enough animals. The weight of the female is 4 to 5, the male is 6 to 8 kilograms. Knitting. Intra-breed allowed, with American shorthair and British. Disqualifying signs. In the presence of the following shortcomings, the animal is removed from the ring, excluded from breeding and exhibition work, white medallions and spots, cryptomorphism, tail and body defects, deafness, amputated claws. Interesting facts. At birth, the wired effect is much stronger in kittens than in mature individuals. However, if you follow our care guidelines, it can be saved. Coarse and prickly at first glance, the coat is not really such, but only on condition that you stroke the cat on the coat. As soon as you do it the other way around, it immediately turns into tough and rough. Moreover, in different parts of the body, the rigidity of the villi is different. Those who are going to seriously engage in breeding such a unique breed of cats as American wire-haired cats need to know that in one litter both kittens with unique wool and ordinary short-haired ones can be born. The nature and habits of the American wire-haired cat. These are the most good-natured and sociable representatives of the feline family. They are smart and gentle pets. They love to be among people. Some like to sit on the lap of their owner, while others prefer to just be there. They do not require constant attention to themselves. If you spend a lot of time at work, your cat will find something to do. For example, hunting. This instinct is excellently developed in wire-haired animals. Seeing a fly, lizard or mouse triggers the hunter's instinct. The victim will be caught, killed and delivered to the owner as a trophy. Representatives of this breed adore height. Don't be surprised if you find your pet at the top of the tallest cabinet in the house. Since they only reach a